The Saturday Night Ride with DJ Epps.
It's time to turn up your smart device and crank it loud. Hey, yo, Epps, let these motherfuckers know.
All right, yo, what up, everybody? It's Rock the Bells Radio, Channel 43. Saturday Night Ride, your boy DJ Epps. Listen, man, like I promised you. Yeah, I get the clapping up in here like them females. You know what I mean? Yeah. Tyson Beckford is riding shotgun with your boy. Tyson, what up, my guy?
What's up, my G? What's going on?
Everything's good, man. Hey, thank you for coming by today.
Yes. Bronx represent.
Woo! You see, I prepared it, right?
Yeah.
You hear it, right?
Yeah, baby, I see you.
Boogie Down Bronx is in the building. Ladies and gentlemen, Tyson Beckford, a great friend, you know what I mean? Awesome model. Ladies, calm down, you know what I mean? They're outside the building. They swarm in the building for my man Tyson up in here. Tyson, let's get to it, man.
Yeah, let's go.
How you doing? How's your family? How's your health?
Everybody is blessed. I mean, my health is good. Like, I did my blood work the other day. Doctor was like, everything is looking good. So, you know what I mean? It's just working out and getting back in the swing of things, you know, just life, you know. Life is a beautiful thing if you take care of yourself.
Right.
You know?
Right. How's your son?
Son, he's good. He's good. Yeah. So he's still making music, still doing his thing, doing a little acting now. So we good for that. And
Tell him to send the music so we can bring
for sure. My man does everything.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're originally from the Boogie Down Bronx.
Originally.
Right.
Well, via Jamaica, like most people in hip hop. Our parents came from Jamaica to get away from what was going on in Jamaica at the time. Right. Especially that was politics. So the Bronx was where we came because my uncles was there, my aunts and everybody. So it was just a place for us to be at the time. And, you know, my mom birthed me 1970 in the Bronx. And, you know, at 6 months old, she took me back to Jamaica. And then I came back to the Bronx around 6-7 years old. And then that was it. I've been here ever since.
So when you get back to the Bronx, did you witness any hip hop or did you live by any hip hop history?
Of course. I mean, I was right up there by Gun Hill Road. Chuck Chill Out was in the neighborhood. I mean, we used to have like Rambo Pizza up the block, all of that. I mean, any one of those little spots you would see, like, you know, a nice Mercedes pull up or, you know, a Toyota Cressida decked out. Right. And it was just, you know, the Bronx was a place to be back when hip hop was coming up, man. So for me, it was like hearing the guys on the radio and then seeing them in person and then just checking out whatever gear they had on. Right. You know what I mean? So it was either, you know, Air Jordans or shell toe Adidas or Suedes or Pumas or whatever. It was always something. And it was like, you know, when my man says the Bronx keep creating it, Brooklyn keeps taking it. Yeah. So it was just like that when we growing up in the city. So it was a lot of fun, man. It was a good time to be in the city, to watching this music take off and watching people just fall in love with it. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it was just like coming from Jamaica, I was so listening to dance hall and hardcore reggae, and then all of a sudden this hip hop thing came, and it was like, he was like, wow. And it all came from like this brother named DJ Kool Herc. And we cannot forget about Herc because Herc get mad.
Can't forget about Herc.
Yo, Herc will muscle you up. I remember Herc used to muscle me up all the time. Like, yo, don't forget where you came from. I'm like, Herc, I will never forget that. But like a lot of these dudes in hip hop probably remember me as like this crazy kid who used to just come to all the venues and stuff and just like, you know, get friendly with the artists. So for me, that was my way of trying to get into hip hop. I didn't know if I was going to be an MC, a DJ, a breakdancer. I did everything. Right. So then when somebody approached me from the Source magazine, I was like, what? Stand there and do what? Wait a minute. Hold up. I'm getting how much? I get to be with all the bad honeys? Right. Okay. This might work. You know, I'm gonna parlay this acting thing because that's what I was trying to do in the beginning. Was I was going to HB Studios in New York City trying to do the acting thing, and I was taking acting classes. And then Eric Lauren Council, who used to be the the editor at Source back in the day, the fashion editor, he came up to me and like he basically put me on. He opened me to the door. And that
So he
was
discovered Tyson Beckford.
Yeah, he did. And I give him all the credit. When you go online, there's so many other people taking credit, and there's so many times I've gone to these interviews and I say, no, Eric did that. And then at the time, Eric used to run with this guy named Vin, and everybody know him now as Vin Diesel. So we used to be in a rap group back in the day. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
That's history,
Yeah,
man.
we go back.
Shout to the Source Marriage.
Big shout to the Source and Vin Diesel keeping it going. Yeah.
He was popping. Hey, so let's just get to it, man.
Yeah.
Let's take you to the Bronx right quick,
Let's
man.
go.
Tyson Beckford riding shotgun on a Saturday night ride with your boy DJ Epps. I need y'all to turn it up. You hear me?
Yeah, you're ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby. DJ Epps live and direct for you and yours. Saturday Night Ride. Riding shotgun right about now is my guy Tyson Beckford. Ladies, pay attention. We're going to talk about some things in a minute. But first, Tyson, once again, thank you for coming by the show.
Yeah, man.
You know, I just got the show started. You know what I mean?
I know. I've been following. I've been on it, man.
Yeah,
and then I
man.
was like, oh, he's in Miami? I was like, oh, we here. Oh, I got to get on.
Well,
and then before I could even reach out, you reached out to me. So that was love right there.
SiriusXM in Miami was huge. So now that I have a home here, it's like I gotta bring all the guests. I gotta bring my friends by.
Yes.
So thank you again, man.
No, you can call me anytime.
No doubt. Let's
If
talk about
somebody
hip hop.
failed to come in and I'm home, I'm coming.
There you go.
Just let
There
me
you
know.
go. There you go. One phone call away. You see what I mean, people?
That's it.
Let's talk more hip hop.
Yeah.
Let's go to the West Coast right quick.
Okay.
What did you enjoy about the West Coast? I know NWA is sometimes on your playlist.
Yeah, what I enjoyed about them, they just, hip hop is basically storytelling, and I think a lot of people understand that now. For those who don't understand, it's basically telling the story. So when you listen to hip hop, you going into that person's neighborhood, you finding out what their daily life is like. So for me, listening to NWA and coming from New York was so different.
Right.
It was just like, wow. These California niggas is wild. They doing all kind of shit.
Right.
Drive-bys. Shit, you wasn't doing none of that shit in the Bronx. You had a problem with somebody, you just pull up.
Yeah.
But they was doing drive-bys and all kind of shit. And then, when they put it in the music, it was so poetic, but also so dangerous. And it was just like intriguing at the same time. So I was like, I got to go to LA, see what the fuck's going on. So I went out there, met some Bloods, met some Crips, met all kind of, California's got the most fucking gangs in the world.
Yes, they
Crazy.
do.
Yeah.
And I do
Especially
notice
Long
that.
Beach.
Yeah.
Long Beach got like over 300 plus gangs in one little area.
Yeah.
Crazy.
You're just like me. I see that. One phone call away, you call the Bloods, you call the Crips, you call
Yeah.
even the Zoe Pounds in Miami, right?
Yeah, even our Zoes out here, man. Respected them, everybody out here. But yeah, it's crazy how California is. And then it's like sunshine, palm trees, and the beach. Don't be fooled. It's like Miami.
Right.
It's a sunny place, but shady. Watch out for the shady people.
Right.
So
Right.
it's you got to be on point out in LA, and you got to know how to move. And listening to the music helped me a lot. And then when I got out there and I started meeting like Bloods and Crips, and they just got a love for their neighborhood
Right.
a lot more than I can say that we do in the Bronx, because we ain't fighting over no projects.
Right.
We ain't doing that. Over some money maybe or some disrespect, but we ain't fighting over no block. Nah, that's
girls.
Yeah, or girls. It's just too many. But
Were you on some fuck the police shit though?
Yeah, of course, everybody was. I mean, you think about it, like growing up, we had Yusuf Hawkins and all these different people that got killed that,
Right.
that just was unjust. And then police stopping you and frisking you. We all remember stop and frisk in New York.
Right.
And sometimes even if you had a good car, a new car, and it was legit car, you was getting pulled over. There wasn't a time that I ain't buy a new car in New York and then get pulled over. I remember one time I got pulled over in Harlem in my Ferrari, and it was a convertible, so I had the top down, and it was a white cop and a black cop. And the black cop was cool. The white cop was like, "Where's the tag?" I said, "Well, you can't put it in the rear view or on the plate because they're going to steal it. So we got it in the front windshield because the top is down."
Right.
And he was like, "Oh, well, you know what? Whose car is this?" I was like, "It's my car." He's like, "How you get money to afford this?" And I was like, bruh, if I told you, you wouldn't understand, but your girl does." And then I murked. The black cop was laughing just like you laughing. So, they was like, man, get out of here, man. Go home. So, yeah.
That's crazy,
Yeah,
man.
Yeah.
Before I drop this joint, man, you're one of the top models in the world.
Yeah,
Legendary.
yeah. I am retired at that too,
Yeah,
bro. I
no-
haven't worked since I retired back in 2008. So a lot of the pictures that's out there, like old pictures, but I still look the same. So
Yeah,
people
yeah.
think it's me. So I just take it, because it's like when you get your flowers, just take your flowers. Don't even argue with them,
right.
You know what I mean? Because
I left the
it's
house
hard to explain to people like, yo, that's 20 years ago. But,
Right. And I left my house. My wife was, tell Tyson I said I love him. I'm
Tell
like,
I
yo,
said, what's up?
I said, yo, relax, all right?
Nah, this is what you do. You come, you get the pictures, you take it back to her, you get them points.
Nah,
You know what I
definitely,
mean?
man. And-
Happy wife, happy life.
Exactly,
Come on,
exactly.
we know better.
man. Exactly.
We grown.
But for all the upcoming models that's coming.
Yeah. The game done changed from 2008 to now. It's different.
Right.
We didn't have social media like how we got now. Because remember, Instagram only came in, 2012, 2011, somewhere around there.
Right.
And back in my day, we had to go out and really meet these people. So if you had like a following, you really had a following back then.
Yeah.
So for me, they say that my following back then would be equivalent to what Justin Bieber is right now.
Right.
So that's what the analysts told me. So I was like, okay, wow, that's I never looked at it that way. And it was just like, at the time I was amongst the pop icons and you know what I mean? And I was a student of hip hop.
Right.
So for me, everywhere I went, I was a B-boy. You know
Right.
what I mean? So
Right.
it was just the way that I operated. So fashion had never seen that. So when I brought that to the stage and I brought that to Ralph Lauren, they was like, yo, we love this. Let's give this dude a contract, which they had never given anybody before, especially no kid from the Bronx. Shout out to Ralph Lauren, also
Yeah.
a Bronx kid.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it gave me my start. It gave me my change in life. But like I said, I'm a product of hip hop, man. I
Right.
think without hip hop, I probably wouldn't be doing what I'm doing. I'd probably be breaking in somebody's house, stealing somebody's car. But that's what I was doing before I got on. And
Right.
you know what I mean? And it was just like my brother got murked in the street, and I just knew like, yo, it would only be a matter of time that would have happened to me because it was just how life was going on back early 90s, and late 80s, So, I had my run-ins in the street,
I hear
ran
you.
with different people and, if you want to get into it, we can talk about them too, but it's up to you.
Nah. I don't do negativity on my show.
We can't.
You know what I mean?
But we know all the same people though.
Yeah, definitely, man.
Especially if you was in the Bronx.
But don't get it twisted. Y'all need to express yourself like Tyson Beckford and NWA on Rock the Bells. DJ F, let's get to it. Come on.
I'm expressing with my full capabilities.
DJ Epps riding shotgun right now on a Saturday Night Ride is my man Tyson Beckford.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
What's up?
Tyson.
What's up,
Once again, for all the upcoming models out there,
Yeah.
give them some pointers how to express themselves and how to, be humble, do their work.
Yeah, definitely. That word you just used, humble.
Mm-hmm.
That is the key. I feel with transpiring and getting out of doing just just local modeling stuff. You got to be humble as you growing in this business because as soon as they see that you gotten like too cocky, I've seen them take it away from people.
Right.
So I really urge be humble, know your craft, study your craft. If you're going to go to these offices or these agencies, know something. At least know when the agency's taking castings, know the phone number, know the names of the people that you want to talk to, and be on point and be on time. You know what I mean? Always be on time because that's so important to that big business of fashion because everything rolls on time, and they don't want to be like that word fashionably late. It really doesn't exist. It's just something we made up. But yeah, just be on time, man, and just take anything that you do serious. Whether it's wanting to be a model, take care of your skin, you have your hair cut clean, looking good, your clothes sharp. You know what I mean? Just take pride in what you do. You know what I mean? I think a lot of young people forget that with their pants sagging and all of that. Like, wear a belt. Like, I know why I wear a belt.
I tell my son that all the time. Like, yo, what's up, man?
Pull your pants up. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's gotten to the point where it's like, it's not cute. You know what I mean? I mean, we did it, but we made it sexy back then, but then it was like a style that got played out and we moved on,
Right.
which is they still holding on to that. Oh my God.
See, me, I'm like an Adam Sandler. I don't really care to impress unless I'm going on stage.
Yes, yeah,
doing
yeah.
it. But like today, I was like, oh man, Tyson coming in. I gotta look right. You know what I mean? I
Yeah,
gotta look. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Got the egg yolk. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see that. I see the J's. I see the J's. Yeah.
You are a man that was raised in the Bronx.
Yes.
You love hip
By
hop.
West Indian people.
Right,
By
right,
Jamaican parents.
Right.
Both
Big
mom
up,
and
big
dad.
up. All
Big up.
Jamaicans, wagwan.
Yeah, man. What
You
they
know
are.
what I mean?
Blood clot.
So you got a lot of soul.
Yes.
Talk to me about one of your favorite MC, the God, Rakim.
Oh man, what really made me fall in love with this guy was his first album, man. Eric B. and Rakim.
Paid in full, baby.
Paid in full. Like it was just, yo, I must have played that cassette tape back and forth
Till
and
it
back. Yeah, till it popped. Then I went and got another one. And then
You didn't try to tape it together?
I did try to tape it. I wasn't gonna put myself out there, but I got the Scotch guard. What was that? The Scotch tape. That was it.
Yeah.
And fine tune it with. I'd use an X-Acto knife to cut it precise, and it played for a while till it popped again. But yeah, man, one of the greatest albums ever made, man. Yeah, one of the greatest MCs and DJs out. Big shout out to Eric B. and Rakim, man. You helped me through high school, bro. Y'all didn't even know.
There you
Yeah.
go, man. Let's get to it, man. I know you got soul. Yo, Tyson Beckford with your boy DJ Epps on the Saturday Night Ride. Yeah, live and direct. SiriusXM Channel 43. Talk to me, baby.
It's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you without a strong rhyme.
Saturday Night Ride, DJ Epps. Yeah, SiriusXM Channel 43. Rock the bells. Riding shotgun right now. It's my guy Tyson Beckford in the building.
What it is?
Yeah.
BX for life.
You hear it, right? You hear it. What's your relationship with Fat Joe, man? I see y'all got some the rewind beer thing happening.
Yeah,
Y'all both from the Bronx. Talk to
That's
me
it.
about that.
So Joe had called me up, and me and Joe go way back to back in the 90s and stuff. And I remember seeing Joe at the Fever and all of that growing up in the Bronx. And he was, he was like a staple point in the neighborhood. He was the cool big kid. And he was always with like Showbiz, AG, and all
Right.
of them. And he was always with the legends. So I remember when Joe got on with this song, like he was down in the village walking around, and I ran into him when I was just like, yo, I love the new song, man, and just always supportive of Joe. So over the years we got closer, and then we got inducted in the Bronx Hall of Fame together. So we both have our own streets in the Bronx. I haven't placed mine yet. I don't think Joe's placed his yet. So we got inducted the same year. We sat, my family and his family sat together and we talked, and it was a good, nice weekend thing. And I know all the Terror Squad dudes from way back in the day. Right. So Joe hit me up like sometime during the pandemic and was like, "Look, I got this idea for this beard dye, and I need you to be on the box."
Right.
And I was like, "Say less." He was like, "Look, this is residual income. We're gonna be in Walmart. We're gonna be right next to what's the other one? There's another one that everyone uses. Oh man, I can't. Cantu, and then Beijing. And then Just for Men. So Just for Men is the leading box out there right now. So Joe was like, yo, we're going after them. We're going to be like, we're going to take their spot. So Khaled was in it. A bunch of other people was there and down.
Noticed that. I was
and it was just like,
movement.
it was a movement. So Joe was telling me that he got a call from P. Diddy. And P. Diddy was like, yo, why you ain't called me? And he was like, yo, I had to give it to my man from the Bronx, Tyson Beckford. And then P. Diddy was like, this is what I hear. He was like, I ain't mad at that. That's cool, though. That's cool. But I was so happy that Joe called me about it because it's getting ready to drop, I believe, this month in the store. So it's actually going to be in CVS, Walmart, Walgreens, like all the local beauty and drug stores.
Right.
So it should be like all over soon. And, every time it sells, we get a percentage of it. So, Joe was like, yo, you're going to get a Rolls Royce and this and that. I was like, stop it, Joe. Come on now. Stop playing. He was like, nah, I'm serious. This money's going to be crazy.
Awesome.
So I have the jet black.
Yeah.
And we know the jet black is the best one to get.
Right.
Khaled's is the jet black for guys with his type texture hair and stuff. So for the black guys, yo. And it works on the white guys too, because I had one of my white friends try it out. Okay. So, yo, get the jet black.
Yeah.
It lasts longer. You do that, and it's good for like a week and a half, bro.
That's dope, man.
Yeah, it's pretty good. So you buy one box will probably be 2 boxes. It'll last you a month. You know what I mean?
Dope.
And then if you on camera or you on stage, it's the best thing because it doesn't leave like your skin colored or you know what I mean, and you ain't gonna get no rash or nothing like that.
You heard that, everybody?
Yeah, because I heard that Just for Men was burning certain people, because of their skin.
And stuff
Yeah. We ain't trying to do that.
Right.
Yeah.
You heard the man.
Check us out though. Rewind.
You heard the man. Rewind. Go get that. Go ahead and introduce
Rewind
this
and bring the time back.
Word up. Introduce this joint for Joe right quick, man.
All right. This is one of my favorites from my man Fat Joe. You gotta flow, Joe. You gotta flow, Joe. Yeah.
You gotta flow.
Oh, yeah.
Rock the Bells Radio. Yes. Saturday Night Ride. Your boy DJ Epps holding it down and riding shotgun. My man Tyson Beckford.
Yeah. What's good?
Tyson.
Yeah.
You one of the greatest models of all time.
Yes.
Retired, you said.
Yeah, the GOAT.
How did you meet up with Ralph Lauren?
That's a good story because my manager at the time was Beth Ann Hardison, Kadeem Hardison's mom from Brother from the Different World.
Yeah.
So his mom was my manager at the time, and she actually grew up and was friends with Ralph Lauren because she's old school New York as well. And then she was also friends with a photographer by the name of Bruce Weber.
Right.
So she sent me to go see Bruce Weber, and Bruce was like, yo, my man Ralph gonna really like these pictures. I'm gonna send it over to him. So I'm not thinking it's Ralph Lauren. I'm just thinking it's this boy named Ralph.
Ralph from up the block.
Yeah, right? Because the way they speak about him was so cool, like, yeah, Ralph, yo, this, that, not Mr. Ralph Lauren. Yeah. So at the time, I was like, all right, cool. So the following week, I got a casting to go up there. So I went up to Ralph Lauren. I'm like, oh, my God, I'm in the Ralph Lauren office. This was back when it was 650 Madison.
Right.
So I'm upstairs. I meet these 2 white ladies who are super nice, and they're like, oh, yeah, you're a little too physically muscular for what we're shooting this week. So they were shooting Blue Label Ralph suits. So I was like, all right, no problem. So, I can take it on the chin. You know what I mean? I just say, okay,
right.
Yeah, this is another, waste of my time. So I left, and they were like, okay, come back next week. So my booker sent me back again the following week.
Right.
And they were like, all right, good, you're back. And I was like, oh, you remember me? And they're like, yeah, of course we do. So they were like, all right, we're going to put this tank top on you. So they hand me this tank top that says Polo Sport. And I was like, all right, what is this? Something new? They was like, yeah, it's a new thing coming out for him.
Right.
So I put it on. They took some Polaroids, and they're like, yo, we're going to run this upstairs to Ralph and come back. And then I'm like, here's this Ralph guy again, not thinking it's the Ralph Lauren. So, because, a lot of times we in the hood never saw a picture of Ralph Lauren. So we didn't know what he looked like. We didn't know nothing. We just thought it was just a made-up brand. We didn't know it was an actual person.
Yeah.
So they went upstairs. They come back down like 2 giddy schoolgirls and say, okay, thank you, and send me on my way. I get down the block, and then at the time, I used to have these burner phones, the StarTex. You remember?
Flip ones?
The flip ones. So I had a burner. My agent called me and was like, hey, you just booked the fall winter campaign for Ralph Lauren. I was like, what? Are you serious? And man, it was history after that, bro. That was it. Yeah, man. Yeah.
So
changed
for me,
my life, that phone call.
On
a burner phone. Yeah, exactly.
Yo, for me, like, if I wanted to become a model, how would I prepare myself to walk correctly, pose correctly?
What it is,
do I get a certain girl to oil my body?
Nah, you know what it is? You do get a certain girl to oil your body, but it's just basically relaxing, just being cool. What it is now in this industry, they want the real. They want that street edge. They want you to be yourself. They don't want you to pretend to be something else.
Right.
And that's what I walked in with. I walked in with that Bronx street edge, Timberland boots untied,
right,
wife beater,
right,
jeans sagging a little bit, but my ass wasn't showing. Now it wasn't that low now. But yeah, it was just a vibe. You know what I mean? Like, I would even often go with big chains on, medallions, and
right.
You know what I mean. It was just they liked that whole vibe, and then you see a lot of designers take from the street. Ralph being one of them, as sure, and then you had Tommy Hilfiger at the time. You had Jabot, you had Guess. All these companies wanted that street edge. But a lot of them didn't know how to do it. And then, but Ralph, he was a genius. He was like, yo, I'm going to get this kid from the Bronx, and we're going to do this. Right. And then, you know, we started working together, and then it just started blowing up, man. Like, nor me nor them knew it was going to be as big as it was.
You know, our boy LL was, I guess, slash model doing his
Yeah. He was doing Fat Farm. But the crazy story is, I went to Fat Farm first and tried to get on. Russell gave me a little bit of light, but Russell was so fucking cheap. He didn't want to break no bread. And the girl at Fat Farm was like, he had this white chick who was running it, and she was a genius.
Yeah.
She was like, look, you need to sign this kid. He's going to be big.
Right.
And, you know, he slept on me, and then maybe 2 weeks later, Ralph put me on, and then that was it. And then Russell was trying to get me back. And then you see a few years later, maybe 10, 20 years later, Russell had me do something for the brand, and it was when he had Argyle. It was cool. Yeah. And then, you know, I worked for Fat Farm. I did some stuff again for FUBU.
Right.
And, you know, I did Sean John for a minute. And, you know, I worked through I did my brother's brands, you know, but then Ralph pulled me back again. So I started working with him. So now I still kind of work with Ralph, but it's when they need me. You know what I mean? So last winter, I did the holiday ads, like the tuxedos and stuff for Ralph, and I had to be clean shaven and stuff. But yeah, I still get calls from him, man. So
that's good.
You know, that's forever family. You know, and I always try to treat my brothers, my black designers, like Sean John and FUBU and them and Damon John and all those guys. I treat them just the same. If they had called me, you know, we work something out and get it done. But, you know, Ralph just be signing these checks.
Right.
And then sometimes Ralph will bring back an old picture of me, and they'll call and be like, hey, Ralph wants to use this. He wants to pay you this amount. And I'm like, hell yeah, go ahead. I don't got to go to work. You're just going to reuse an old picture, and I'm going to get a bigger check than the one I got for that.
Yeah.
I'll say, okay. So with him, it's residual money. You know what I mean?
That's awesome.
It's a beautiful thing. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Let's get into our boy LL. Why not, right?
Let's go. Yeah.
Rock the Bell, SiriusXM Channel 43. Saturday Night Ride,
Let's
DJ
go.
Epps, Tyson Beckford writing shotguns.
LL Cool J is hard as hell.
All right, now, Tyson
Yes.
Beckford is riding shotgun.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to drop something. This might be a little touchy now,
Woo,
all right?
let's go. Oh, shit. Let's go, baby.
I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I totally missed this season that you was on
It's all
Dancing
good.
with the Stars.
It's all good.
But when I went and did my homework, I'm like, oh, snap, look at my boy, look at my boy.
Yeah, and you see the classic joints I was having them play. So when they roped me into that show, they told me that I could pick my music, this and that. They never told me it was going to be redone by a band.
Oh, man.
So I'm thinking I'm getting the original Luther, you know. So
I heard it. I was like, wait a minute, that's not Luther.
Yeah, exactly. This was my original song I picked. And then after that, I went to, you know, it was Latin night, so you know, growing up in the Bronx. Come on, you can't do nothing without Hector Lavoe and Willie Colon, bro. So I did that joint for Latin night, and then that, like, you know, it kept me there. And then I did Stevie Wonder. Man, it was so many joints that I went classic with.
Let's be honest. You went up in there thinking you was about to go B-boy.
I did. And then
you about to do some Harlem Shake or something.
And they was just like, no, we don't. It's not that kind of dancing, Tyson. It's ballroom dancing. I was like, what? So I had to learn, like, well, I already knew how to do salsa. So for me, I had to learn like the waltz, all kind of different dances that I had never done before. And then I've watched ballroom dancing before, so
Yeah.
for me it was like, all right, you know.
And I never seen you smile so much either, too.
Yeah, bro, I was having the time of my life. I was having fun.
Right.
Like, once you get the routine down,
Yeah.
bro, and then you hitting every point, yo, you just smiling, bro. I even wore my, for Latin night, I wore my grills and I had my Cuban chain on and, you know, I had on Vans.
Yeah.
I tried to make it as hip and as cool as it was to me when I was growing up, you know, listening to these songs,
Right.
you know, for me. And then I got to give it to the band, though. They really nailed a lot of the songs on point. Like, you know, the Hector Lavoe one, Aguanelli.
Right.
They really nailed that, man.
That's
really nailed
awesome.
it. So for me, it was like, yo, it was respect, man. I had a
Hey,
good
yo,
time,
you did
man.
a great job. You
Yeah,
did a great
man.
job.
It's just political, man. Because
Everything's
they
political
try
out
to
here,
tell
man.
me I didn't have enough votes. I said, man, I got all of New York City voting for me. I got all of Miami voting for me
Right,
and Lele.
right.
How is it possible? And then my mom had all of Maryland voting for me. And then, like, you know, I had people in LA and California voting for me. So it was tough to take that I didn't have enough votes to stay. So
It sounds
yeah.
like the new age boxing judges these days. Huh?
Yes, my brother. Yes, one judge sees something else, and it was just like, what were y'all watching? But somebody told me they watch your pre-dance rehearsal,
Right,
and I
right.
was like, that's not fair.
Word,
If that's
you're
true,
supposed-
that's not
That's not
fair.
what you're supposed to judge.
Nah,
huh?
you're supposed to judge crowd reaction, my dance steps, and
Yeah.
you know, I felt like they was a little too harsh on me. Like they was planning to get rid of me from day one. You know, I maybe didn't like my music I picked. You know,
Yeah.
but I went with the classics. Come on, you can't go wrong with Luther.
Exactly,
You know what
exactly. Speaking about
Stevie
Luther, man.
Wonder?
Yeah, let's drop some Luther right quick.
Let's
Everybody,
drop it
get
on
up
him.
out your
Let's go.
seat. I know you're having a barbecue. I know y'all listening in
go.
your car. Just turn up, roll up, whatever, man. Let's go. Yeah, it's a party over here.
Yes,
Saturday
sir.
Night Ride. DJ Epps riding shotgun is my man Tyson Beckford. What you remember about this song right here?
Oh man, just it was me and Cardboard in this record, bro. We just started breakdancing, man. It was my introduction to breakdancing. You know, it was the movement. You know what I mean?
You had no modeling in mind. when
No,
this came out.
none of that, bro. No acting, none of that. But then when I started seeing movies like Beach Street
Right.
and things like that,
Yeah.
that made me want to say, yo, I want to be an actor.
Yeah.
You know, watching Lee do his part and, you know, walking around with your shell toes on, no laces.
Right,
and
right.
Your Casellis with no lenses.
Got your
you know?
skelly tops just in case
That's
you want to go
it,
play
man.
skellies. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro. It was hip hop, man. Like every time I hear this song, it brings back so many memories. Riding around the Bronx in a stolen Cadillac and all kinds of shit, man. We were some badass kids.
Let's
You
talk
know?
about your movies, man. You've been in several, you know, Bikers.
Yeah. I've been in about
Addicted, Chocolate
yeah.
City.
About
Into the Blues.
Into the Blue.
Which
with
one was your
Paul
favorite
Walker. I have to say, Into the Blue was one of my favorite. Working with the late great Paul Walker.
That made over like $7 million, I think.
Yeah, it makes some good money. I mean, I'm still getting residual checks, so
That's
it
dope.
definitely made more than that. I think that opening weekend we made somewhere like that, but yeah, it was good for me. So I just pushed into the acting now and started executive producing and creating. So my next thing got going on now, and I got the call on Monday, the day before I got eliminated on Dancing with the Stars,
Right.
that my project was being picked up. So my lawyer called me and said, hey, this company called Boat Rocker that I had talked to and shot my stuff to, wanted to do this project that I have called Pretty Boy, based off my life, how I came up in it. A lot of
Right.
people don't know how my life was before I got in the industry. So I was in 2 different decades, and I was indicted by the feds twice in 2 different decades with 2 different gangs. We ain't gonna talk about them right now, but so I came up with this concept for a scripted series called Pretty Boy, loosely based off my life,
Right.
where I was coming up and how I had one foot in Ralph Lauren and the game of music videos, Tony Braxton and all that.
Yeah.
And then I had the other foot in the hood, meaning
Right.
the streets. So, I still was carrying, back in the day, people used to call me Two Guns because I used to carry 2 guns. So that ain't changed, still the same.
Don't run up on him, all right?
Yeah. We got 5 different states, CCWs. So
Yeah.
if you don't know, that's a concealed carries permit. And
Right.
I have a class 3 weapons license, so meaning that I have suppressors, machine guns, and all of that. So I went legit.
Right,
So,
right.
but before I was legit, I used to just do a lot of things for different gangs, like fix their guns, and I'm very mechanical. If you know me, then you know, like, I got the bikes, I got the cars, and I do a lot of the work on my own stuff. So for me, I put it all into a story. Sat down with a writer. This writer by the name of Adam Targum, and Adam wrote a show called Banshee. I don't know if y'all remember Banshee, then y'all know how violent that TV series was. So we got together, we wrote, and we created such a great TV show that Apple TV is interested in it. So I got a few people interested in it. So basically, we just doing the deal now, getting it all done, and we getting ready to finish the first pilot. We're like maybe 4 little retouches on the first pilot, and it'll be done. And it's really nice. It's something that goes back. We're going to be filming in New York City. Takes place in the 90s. So all of the 90s music, all of the 90s wardrobe, everything's going to be needed. So, maybe we might have to put you in there, kid.
Oh, man, I would love to.
Because
Stop
I
playing.
see that you still on the 1200s. And
man.
that is so rare right now, because all these kids are on this new shit,
I
this
swear,
pioneer
shit,
business.
You know, like, these kids look at me like,
what is that when you walking through the airport with these cases?
No,
Bro.
I don't walk.
No.
It's on my rider. You
That's
gotta
it.
have them turntables.
You gotta have them.
But when them kids, you know what I mean, and I do rock in front of kids. 'cause
Yeah, and it's
they fuck
vinyl,
with me
bro.
still. But when they see that and they like, God damn, boy, you turn that shit up.
Yeah.
And they try to do it on controllers. Some can, but it's just different.
this is the art form of DJing, which is the 5 elements of hip hop.
Right.
And people don't realize that DJing on the 1200s that's an art form, bro.
Yeah.
And these two are clean.
Yeah. And I get busy, Tyson.
You get tired of these, you want to sell them and you want to give them a home. Let me know.
I
know. They're so hard to find right now.
I'm trying to get my son and my daughter to just take over afterwards.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Teach them, man. And that's what we should. And I'm doing the same thing with my son. I'm teaching him how to be an actor, model, producer, all these things, and he's learning it, man.
Right.
And on the side, he's doing music, and he's producing. So it's something. It's an art form that if we don't hand it down, it's just going to disappear.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It's really going to disappear.
Absolutely.
So we really got to put it on to the youth and school them, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I know your birthday's coming up.
Yeah.
Got any plans?
No, I'm not right now though, man. I'm thinking I was thinking about maybe go to Dubai, somewhere exotic, or maybe just stay here right home in Miami, man, and just chill with the peeps, and nothing too crazy because I don't drink no more, I don't smoke no more.
Oh, you just like me, team no smoke, no
team
drinking.
no smoke, no drink,
Because we
man.
still active and we busy.
Yeah, we still active and we still busy, and
People
there's
don't
so much
understand
to
that. They're
do.
like, we're not drinking? Yeah,
What?
man. I'm
Man,
traveling
people
still.
understand.
I'm still
Yo,
moving around.
people, get your blood work done because you're going to find out all them years of drinking that Hennessy and the tequila shots going to catch up to you. You're going to start finding out your cholesterol is up, your blood pressure.
Right.
And then if you start to get old like some of us in the 50s, you got to do that colonoscopy.
Oh, yeah.
I still ain't made my appointment,
Oh,
but
man.
it's got to get done,
I already
bro.
did mine. They put me to sleep and everything.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I'm like, yo, who's going to be in the room watching this dude while I'm sleeping? So, it's going to be the first time I had to put the burner down.
With your eyes closed.
Let somebody put me to sleep. I'm nervous, bro. I'm nervous.
Well, we're going to be celebrating your birthday with you, man.
Okay, cool, for sure.
Tyson, man, I just want to say thank you for coming by the show
Yeah, man,
today.
it's been a pleasure, man. And I definitely want to have you on Pretty Boy when it comes out.
Please,
and,
let me know.
Hopefully this spring when SAG works out this whole thing that we got going on with the studios and all of us actors are back to work. But as far as that, I got another joint called Throttle that we doing that's going to film here in Miami. It's modern day.
Nice.
It's like Miami Vice meets Fast and Furious meets Heat. means, you know what I mean? It just, we're gonna take over Miami. We're gonna take over New York City first, and then we're gonna come back down home and take over Miami and start bringing some money back into the economy. Because I remember growing up in Miami here as a kid, because my mom used to send me my aunt who lives down here, and in the summers get me out of New York City. And I remember watching them film Miami Vice on the beach here.
Right.
And bro, what an inspiration it was to me as a kid.
Yeah.
You know, I was like 12. And for me, I was like, yo, I want to do that.
Right.
And that was when I knew. I mean, I knew from 6 years old I wanted to be in the industry. I just didn't know where.
It grabbed you.
But then as I started getting older, different things grabbed me, and the acting and the producing grabbed me.
That's
dope. And I was able to speak to Michael Mann and send him something that I did, and he was like, yo, this is fire. He's like, yo, continue to keep doing this. And this was like several years ago this man told me this, and I just kept doing it. And then Michael Bay even read some of my stuff, and they were like, yo, this is fire.
Right.
You need to pursue this. And so whenever you get people like that inspire you to do things, do it, people. Like, whatever your art form, whatever your dreams are, go for that shit, because why? Life is too short not to do it. I mean, what else? What are they gonna say to you? No? That's all right. We can live with a no. But it's better than you sitting there saying that, damn, I wish I would have. I could have.
Right.
I could have been this. I
Right.
could have. No, I never want to ever say that. I want to say I did that.
And trust me, ladies and gentlemen, the gems that the brother just dropped right now.
Yes.
I'm inspired. So whenever
let's
you're
go.
ready, please let me know.
Yeah, bro.
You know
Let's
what I mean?
go. I got
Tyson Beckford in the building. Thank you, my guy.
Yes, my Bronx brother.
Anything you need, phone call away, brother.
Yes, man. Thank you for having me, man. It's been a pleasure. I'll come back anytime.
You know what it is. And you could catch his top Furious 5 on Rock the Bells.
Yes.
You know what I mean? SiriusXM Channel 43. Everybody, I got another hour. I'm about to just rock out. So, you know what I mean? Get your drinks, get your smoke, and we're going to turn up. We got a 1 hour workout. I'm about to mix it up for y'all, man. Send your requests, and let's get it popping. Tyson, thank you again, my brother.
You're welcome, my brother.
You know what
Thanks
it
for
is,
having
family.
me.
All
Bless.
day, all day, all day, baby. All right,
Rock
man,
the
let's get
Bells
to it.
Radio.
Woo!